Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Macon-Bibb County Commission meeting. Today is Tuesday, January the 18th. The time is now 6:03. We want to go ahead and start this meeting as we usually do. We've called this meeting to order and welcome everyone here. We'll begin our meeting as always with our prayer. Our prayer tonight will be led by Reverend Missy Blumenthal, the pastor of Shirlington United Methodist Church. If you please come to the podium. After that time, we'll have our Pledge of Allegiance, followed by our regular meeting. So those of you that can and will, please stand and bow your head.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us safely here tonight. We thank you for the work that will be done and has been done and is being done by these, your civil servants, your public servants that make this city, make decisions for this city to be what she is. We give you thanks for all that the leaders in this community do here in Macon-Bibb County. We pray that you would bless the deliberations of this meeting. May the plans of these who have been elected match those you have made for the citizens of this city. In Jeremiah 29:11, we read these words, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Father, you have greater things to do in this community. And we believe these words and give you thanks as you fulfill your promises for the citizens of the city of Macon-Bibb County. We thank you also, Father, for Shane Edwards and his service as interim fire chief and for his new job to become fire chief. Bless him as he leads and all those who serve valiantly with him. For it's in Christ's name that we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, we don't have any announcements. We do have the approval of minutes, and we have a presentation to make just momentarily. At this time, I entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes for December the 21st, 2021, regular commission meeting. Can I get a motion to approve? Motion by Commissioner Bronson. And a second. Second by Commissioner Tillman. We have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Thank you very much. We do have a special recognition tonight, recognition of the Macon United 8U Macon United football team who won the 2021 AAU National Championship, and I believe they're out in the hallway. Is that correct? At this time, I'd like to call our Director of Recreation, Mr. Robert Walker, I'm about to give you a promotion to doctor, to the podium.
Yeah, I think they're coming in now. Dennis, come on. So 6 years ago, we decided to extend our youth football program into an elite football program as well. And so with that, we came in. We started with a 12U team, and then we went on to do 10U, 8U, and now 6U. And we have had a national championship in the 12U already. We've had a national championship in 10U, well 8U, and then again this year we're having an 8U again. So it's something that we're proud of in our rec department. We give these kids the opportunity to go out of state and play, and they face some good talent. A couple years ago, we beat a team out of Maryland, which I actually took great joy in as the previous director being in Baltimore, Maryland. So we had some things to talk about there. So we want to give these kids and their parents a hand for the support that they give them and all the hard work, because it takes a lot to be able to coach these kids. You have to volunteer your own time. And some of these coaches don't have kids on the team, but they still decide to volunteer their time. So I'm going to ask the Dennis, who also serves as our AD. He also coaches the 12U team, and he also is the president of Bloomfield U Baseball. So I'm going to ask him to come up and introduce each one of the kids and the coaches so you'll know who they are. Dennis.
Good evening.
Good evening.
First, we got my coach right here. This is Tenacio Denmark. This is the head coach of the 2021 8U National Champion. Y'all give it up for Tenacio Denmark. Also, I know it didn't get recognized back in July. Like you said, we were Bloomfield U baseball. We were also the 12U World Series AAU champions. So I know we didn't get much recognition for that, but this was also the coach. He got 2 in 1 year, so we're proud of him. We're gonna just start letting him coach all the kids. But we're gonna let him introduce the kids.
We have Jace Urshery. Speak. Tobias Patterson. We have Uriah Lyons Jr. Brandon Wyatt. Kingston Middleton. Warren Glover. Adrian Morgan. Kobe Dennis. Jaden Wiggins. Jeremiah Evans. Kamori Brown. Jr. Assistant coach Uriah Lyons, senior. I don't know where he at. These are y'all 2021 AAU National Champions. 5 overtime plays.
Leave, I just want to say thank you also to our team moms. They put in much work. Sylvia Crawford, stand up. Kimberly Jones. Oh, he forgot one coach, Jamal Crawford. Huh? You got 2 kids? Yeah, they're not here, so he didn't come. Oh. I'm sorry. Aubrey Holloway, come up here. And he the freshest one out of here. Look at him. Hey, you finally forget you the freshest one here. Yeah, see, y'all give it up to him. And the other team mom is Hent Denson. Stand up. And last, I want to thank Macon-Bibb Parks and Rec. Without them, none of this would be possible. They stand behind us 100%, and want to appreciate everything you do, Robert. Y'all get up for Robert. Robert Walker. Appreciate it.
So if I can get you and the coaches stand up here with the boys, and then the commissioners, you can stay where you are. Everyone, look up here. Let's see. Back up just a little bit. Right here. Want to get everyone in there. All right, 1, 2, 3.
And before you leave, I'd like to make a couple of comments as well. Commissioner Lucas, would you like to begin?
Yeah. I am so impressed. I know some of the folks sitting out there, and I know of their involvement, and then the coaches too. I think they're around the same age as my sons. Y'all probably played against each other or something, but these young men to look like they look tonight, I am just so thrilled. I am so impressed with you, and you know how to present yourself, and you continue doing that for the rest of your life. Thank you so much for making us proud of you.
Commissioner Howell?
Yeah, just a question. Do y'all practice at Gilead?
No, we actually, our games are at Gilead.
Yeah.
We practice at Simpson, but our games are at Gilead.
Well, being a kid that graduated from the school there at Gilead a long time ago, it's really encouraging when I go by there and see kids practicing and playing, and congratulations to you guys. I played on that same ball field.
Commissioner Tillman?
And just know that that's y'all's commissioner, so y'all asking for a contribution also. Because although I grew up as an adult in Bloomfield, so proud of y'all. I know y'all, a lot of folks think I actually represent, but that is y'all's representative right there. No, you are the representative of Howell. So yeah, so what y'all need to do is let us know in advance, and between Watkins and the two commissioners that represent that area, we'd be glad to make a contribution and get on board, because this is awesome right here. This is the success that the media sometimes don't often shed light on. It's always that 1% of doing something negative and bad. So we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, coaches and parents.
Thank you, Commissioner Tillman. And I'd like to echo everything that Commissioner Tillman, Commissioner Lucas, Commissioner Howell said. To the parents, thank you for the great job you did raising these fine young men. This is our future that we're looking at, and I was so impressed to see each of these gentlemen walk into here like they've been here before, well-behaved, well-dressed. I know they're excellent football players. We appreciate you young men taking time out of your busy schedules when we know you didn't have to, especially those that don't have children on the team. Giving up a lot of Saturdays and weekends, raising that money, traveling with this youth group. We know how taxing that can be, but we certainly appreciate everything you do to make our community a better place to live, and certainly to give our children an opportunity to do the things and see other areas they may not get to see. So we appreciate it. We love to brag on our children. So anytime you have a success story, like Commissioner Tillman said, the media will be here 4 or 5 times if we have some negative stuff going on, but the positive stuff, they seem to not want to print that quite as often. So we have to tell our own story, and we can't do that without knowing that information from you. So certainly let us know, and we'll get out the good word and continue to help you guys out. So we're true partners. So thank you for being here tonight, and congratulations again. Yes, sir. We have no public comments on agenda items tonight. We do have several new business items, some old business items, as well as a consent agenda. We have 3 items tonight, Commissioners, that we need to entertain a motion to add to the agenda. I'll let you know what those items are at this time. We have a motion to add a new beverage license for Main Sale Property Management, DBA Hotel 45, located at 401 Cotton Avenue. That's the alcohol license. It's very time sensitive. We have another one at Barefoot Tavern, located at 468 2nd Street. That's a change of ownership, and you have all the information there. And we have a third item by Commissioner Bronson, which is a resolution authorizing the mayor to accept a community foundation grant with no match other than some in-kind contributions, and that information is there. I'd entertain a motion to add all 3 of those items to the new business tonight, so we can take a vote and discuss that. Got a motion by Commissioner Bronson, second by Pro Tem Clark. Any further discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor of adding those items to new business, please say aye. Opposed, nay. Thank you. That motion carries. We're going to begin with the new alcohol beverage license for Discount Grocery located at 2596 Rocky Creek Road. The recommended action was tabled as committee of the whole. We have some new information that need to be presented tonight from our attorney on that one. So, Commissioner Howard, if you don't mind explaining what we're here for.
I'm Assistant County Attorney Frank Howard, and I'm here to change my recommendation regarding the alcohol license application at 2596 Rocky Creek Road based upon some changes in facts regarding that application. Initially, that application was filed. It claimed to be a grocery store. However, it was operating as a Vice Mart, but upon receipt of the letter of the recommendation of denial, the owners got in contact with me and made the changes necessary to qualify as a food mart. And as they are currently operating, I recommend that the application be granted at 2596 Rocky Creek Road.
Okay. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to lift that from the table for voting based on the new recommendation. Can I get a motion to do that? Commissioner Lucas would like to make a motion. Can we get a second? Commissioner Watkins has a second. Further discussion? Oh, sorry. Questions for Attorney Howard. Go ahead, Commissioner Watkins.
Curious, describe to me a little bit I haven't visually inspected, but the changes to get them from the Vice Mart to Food Mart.
Absolutely. I went and inspected after they contacted me, and they had fresh bread, fresh eggs. They had at least 5 different types of produce. I believe there was 8 different types of produce. This was about 3 weeks ago I did the inspection. They had fresh meat and otherwise met the qualifications to provide the fresh food items necessary to qualify as a food mart.
That's cool. It's working. Cool.
Thank you, Mr. Watkins. Any other questions? We do have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Item B also needs to be explained. My bad. I thought we had moved it from the table. My bad. We did. Okay. Okay. Now we entertain a motion for approval tonight. Can I get a motion to approve? Commissioner Lucas got a motion to approve. Commissioner Watkins got a second. Any further discussion on the actual motion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Thank you very much. Now we're going to move on to item B. Item B is a final denial for alcohol license for ZHS Groceries, DBA Z Food Mart, located at 1286 Anthony Road, Macon, Georgia. This time I'd ask the attorney to give the information. I believe this is a denial that came out of a hearing, and this is for a final resolution of confirming that denial. So if you'll give a little bit of the facts and basis for that.
Chair, this is ZHS Groceries LLC doing business as Z's Food Mart at 1286 Anthony Road. This application was filed initially as a grocery store, but it was amended to represent that it is a Vice Mart. There's currently a moratorium on Vice Marts at this time in Macon-Bibb County, and I recommended denial on September 14th, 2021. The owner appealed that decision, went to hearing where the special master, Tyler Caspers, determined that this store was in fact a Vice Mart. And so at this time, my recommendation stays denial of the license application for ZHS Groceries LLC.
Okay, you heard the facts. We'd entertain a motion to uphold the denial. A motion by Mayor Pro Tem Clark, second by Commissioner Wynn. Any further questions? Seeing no questions, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. I'm sorry. Commissioner Watkins.
I guess I was just curious in terms of the hearing. In your opinion, it might not matter. Was it an unwillingness to convert to a food mart or a lack of understanding of what that entailed?
I would be purely speculating. The represented owner did not show personally. It was only his counsel who showed for that hearing. So I was unable to hear testimony from the owner or anything else from which I could have made come to a conclusion on their motives or understanding.
Thank you. Thank you.
Attorney McGruver.
And just for the record, the counsel who showed up for the owner presented no evidence. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Commissioner Clark.
I just want to thank the county attorney's office for going through the motions on this. This is the process of desaturating neighborhoods of places like this is slow, but this is how it happens. Thank you all.
You're welcome.
Okay, we do have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Thank you. Sorry, Commissioner Wynn. We're going to move on to item C. This is a new alcohol beverage license for Mainstall Property Management, LLC, DBA Hotel 45, located at 401 Cotton Avenue. This is a new business, and it's a motion for approval. All the recommended actions legal recommends approval have been met, including the wine, COP, the malt, distilled spirits, planning and zoning, the distance requirement, and the newspaper ad approved, as well as the sheriff. At this time, I entertain a motion for approval. Motion by Commissioner Wynn, second by Commissioner Howell. I'm sorry, Wilder. Mr. Wilder. Any discussion regarding this particular business? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries and will be approved. Item D is a new alcohol license for Barefoot Tavern located at 468 2nd Street, Macon, Georgia. Most of us are familiar with that location. It is a change of ownership. It met all the statutory and legal requirements, and legal recommends approval. Can we get a motion to approve on this one? Commissioner Wynn, did you have a question?
With this one,
Okay, you gonna make a motion or not?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, thank you for that motion. Can we get a second? Second, Commissioner Bronson. Now, if you have a question, Commissioner Lynn.
Yeah, well, just not in this one particular. I hope in 2 or 3 weeks we don't go back to these 2 food marts and they'll not have any fresh food. Have 1 banana and 1 onion or something like that. So I'm just leery about these food mart things.
Okay.
I want to go on record for that.
All right, thank you for that. Anybody have any questions regarding this particular item that we're on now? Hearing no questions, we do have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Item E is a resolution authorizing the mayor to accept a Community Foundation of Central Georgia grant, Downtown Challenge 2.0, awarded to Macon-Bibb County for the MLK Small Minority Business District Beautification Project in an amount of $18,000 with a $7,000 local match to be provided in-kind services. That is sponsored by Commissioner Paul Bronson and myself. Commissioner Bronson, would you like to make that motion? Got a motion by Commissioner Bronson. We need a second. Second by Mayor Pro Tem Clark. Commissioner Bronson, would you like to explain that prior to the vote?
So as you guys know, we recently received $30,000 for the for the MLK Small Business District, which will run down basically from Oglethorpe Street down to Concord. The intent there basically with the new $17,000 is to beautify that area, which will be combined, right? So we're looking at removal of brush, clearing of land, and also purchasing of land. So we're going to use those funds to pretty much develop that area to ensure that we, as going up to MLK Boulevard, that project will continue on to House and Avenue South Macon. So we're trying to connect downtown Macon to South Macon and continue the development there. So that's the reason for the grant that we have now.
Thank you, Commissioner Bronson. I understand the $7,000 in-kind services are things that we're doing in that area, including just the cutting grass, picking up trash, and things of that nature.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Commissioner Wynn, do you have a question?
So yeah, who is going to do the in-kind services?
That would be our Parks and Beautifications and Public Works.
Okay. I like the idea of cleaning up that. I just wanted to make sure who was doing that, not you or me.
We'd love for y'all to chip in if you'd like to, but right now we're going to let our
Give
people
me a
get
nice
paid to
ride
do it.
mower and I'll do it.
Okay. So we do have a motion and second. If there's no further questions, all those in favor of Mr. Bronson's motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Thank you, Commissioner Bronson. We have some items of old business tonight. We're going to take those in order. And our first one is a resolution to appoint Shane Edwards as the fire chief of Macon-Bibb County, sponsored by myself and I think every other commissioner on this panel today. And that is my recommendation and my motion. Can I get a second? Second by everyone. We have a motion and seconds. All those in favor of naming Shane Edwards as the new fire chief of Macon-Bibb County, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Thank you. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
And I will say, I'm going to ask the commissioners to join me down front, along with some very special guests that Mr. Edwards has with him tonight to take a picture. But there's also going to be a ceremony tomorrow at 11:30. We want to make sure we had full commission support and a favorable vote tonight. But we have something planned tomorrow at 11:30 at the fire station downtown. And we hope that all of you will be able to join us on that. So right now, if the commissioners don't mind, if you'll meet us down front with your special guests, and if you'll please identify them, Chief Edwards, we'll be happy to come down and take a picture with you.
Thank you. My wife is with me tonight, Mickey Edwards, and our daughter Emily Edwards is with us. And I just want to say I'm truly humbled. I truly thank you so very much for this opportunity. And as the mayor often says, great things are happening in Macon, but not only that, great things are happening in Macon-Bibb County Fire Department. So thank you all very much.
Thank you. Commissioner Tillman, would you like to say something?
Yes, it's not, well, we should be used to now all these central charges and Macon-Bibb doing great things. And it's with distinct honor and pleasure to welcome this central charger to helm our fire department, Chief Edwards.
Hold on now, I didn't see Central on that application. Chief Edwards, would you like to make some closing remarks before you depart?
I just want to tell you, thank you very much. And yes, it's been 12 months as interim. I would like to say that the successfulness of my position as interim is not because of the person that you had as interim chief, but this group right here. This is the backbone of your fire department. This is the group that makes the work happen every day. And I truly couldn't do it without this group of men and women who are by my side every day and making things happen. And of course, my wife and daughter Emily, for the sacrifices they've made for 33 plus years. Thank you very much for all of that. So my administrative staff is here as well, who is on the fourth row back. Of course, that's the operations every day. So it's this group right here that put me where I am today, that we're so successful. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our next item is item B, which is a new alcohol beverage license for Holly Supermarket LLC, located at 3309 Holly Road, Lizella, Georgia. I can get a motion for approval. Anybody? A motion by Commissioner Howell. Can I get a second? Second by Commissioner Jones. Here, no discussion. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion, I'm sorry, one nay. Thank you. Commissioner Lucas, did you have something further?
Yeah, I just wondered if communications had that map that they sent out with all of the locations of the alcohol. Do you have it back there? The map, the
GIS
you don't
map.
have it. Okay.
I think they sent it to all the commissioners, but we weren't
Yeah.
prepared to
Did
post that
everybody
tonight.
get it?
They should have, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
And it should have
flooded.
come with the, not only the dots showing
Yeah,
where they're all located.
I didn't know whether
Okay.
everybody got it or not.
We sent them to everybody,
but I think
including
it
the
would be
addresses.
something for everybody to look at periodically.
Okay, thank you for that. We're also going to remove one item tonight. That's going to be item R. Commissioner Lucas has asked to have a separate vote on that, and we'll honor that request. This is an ordinance to amend Article 2 of Chapter 24 of the Code for the purposes of adding Irene's Law as a citable name for the Complete Streets policy, and that was sponsored by Commissioner Lucas. Commissioner Lucas, would you like to make that motion?
So moved.
We get a second? Second by Mayor Pro Tem Clark. And before we take a vote, if Commissioner Lucas, if you don't mind telling us a little bit about that for those who may not have been at the committee the whole meeting on last Tuesday.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank our legal department for working on this, Adrian especially, for working on this and coming up with a unique way of putting this in place by combining it with existing law on complete streets. And so when we talk about complete streets, we'll also be talking about Irene's Law. We'll be talking about pedestrian safety, and that is what this is all about. And I would ask if all of my fellow commissioners would sign on as co-sponsors on this, because we have too many deaths in our community. Too many people are dying because of car accidents. And we on Pedestrian Safety Review Board are working as hard as we can, but we need everybody working on this problem. And so this starts the whole thing where we place that focus on putting more sidewalks in, especially in some of the older neighborhoods where there aren't any sidewalks and where we expect our children to walk to school each day. And the lighting is still not adequate everywhere. We've done an awesome job putting up more lights and replacing some of the lighting that's out there, but we still have a lot of work to do. So this is just the beginning, and this just says to the public that the mayor included pedestrian safety in the budget. That is the first time I've ever known in all the years I've been here that pedestrian safety was a bullet point in the budget of Macon-Bibb. Maybe somebody remembers, but I can't remember that. That says that it's very important, and I do appreciate that. And so I would like to ask all of you if you would sign on as co-sponsors on this, and let's start identifying all of those places, especially in school zones, where we need to put sidewalks that have never been there. In new neighborhoods now, there's a requirement. But in the older ones and around many of our schools, there are no sidewalks, and we're encouraging our children to walk and exercise. We're encouraging the neighbors to get out and walk and, continue being active. So if we're going to do that, then it's incumbent upon us to try and make it as safe as possible. And so I would urge your support for Irene's Law, and once again thank all of you who have supported this and who will sign on as co-sponsors.
Thank you, Commissioner Lucas. Mayor Pro Tem Clark.
I'd just like to echo everything that Commissioner Lucas said and asked to be added as a co-sponsor.
Thank you, sir. We do have a motion and second. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Final item is items A through S on the consent agenda that was previously passed at the commission meeting on unanimous votes, and those will be as part of the agenda. At this time, I entertain a motion for approval of the consent agenda as drafted. Commissioner Jones, got a second by Commissioner Wilder. Any further discussion? Hear no discussion. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Opposed, nay. That motion carries unanimously. We do have one gentleman who would like to speak tonight, and I see Mr. Hester being very patient there, and I believe he would like to speak on planning and zoning. So, Mr. Billy Hester.
Oh, I want to speak.
If I know you, Billy, I know you're complaining about planning and zoning.
Such a positive meeting. I hate to come up with anything negative after those positive meetings. To relay what the gentleman said, the coach said, if you didn't see that Bloomfield baseball team play, they need to be recognized here too. They were great.
Thank you, Mr. Hester. And you've got 5 minutes to speak
According
tonight.
to the 2025 comprehensive plan, the area between Chick-fil-A and Forsyth Road was designated as a urban residential area. Over the years, we managed to beat almost everything that came up out there, and we had to go to the court when things got approved and proved that we were right. But we were always able to do that because Southern Pines helped us financially, and their lawyers helped us. But then, after all that, a few years later, Capital City Bank came back and wanted to get a bank approved there, and it was approved by a vote of 3-2. It only takes 3 votes in P&Z, you know that, and we're disappointed on how planning and zoning has taken advantage of the residents out there in that area. And over the years, we've asked commissioners, what can you do about planning and zoning? We always got an answer, we can't and we don't want to. But you guys appoint those folks to those boards. Well, it so happened that was thrown out for collusion. You had an ex-banker, a bank trying to get there. You had a person that sold caskets, hearts on the property. That was thrown out by collusion. We don't know how many people was involved in that. But then comes Sierra Development and Southern Pines. Southern Pines probably gave us over $100,000 over the year to use their attorneys, and here they come wanting to build those lofts. We had all kind of proof that that was wrong, but can't do anything about that. The lofts are there. So now we thought we had a good case, and all the judges locally recused themselves. So they turned it over to a judge in Columbus, Georgia, and our attorney went over there and meet with him, and the guy said we didn't have standing. First time since 1996 we didn't go to court and get a chance to prove our case. Well, the Supreme Court in Georgia ruled that anything in a fringe area, and if that area is not a fringe area, you got commercial down this way and residential this way. In Marietta versus Georgia, that anything in a fringe area should always be on the side of the residential. So we were ready to prove our case and back up everything. There was 3 people on the board: Azar, who was architect, Southern Pines, and Sierra are or have been customers of Azar's firm. Then you had a Patel, who was a commercial developer, and you had Esom, a commercial appraiser. You only need 3 votes. Those 3 could have done it on their own. We had all kind of records to prove our case. We did have standing, and but the judge in Columbus said we didn't. And we gave them 8 different locations where they could have been built. Battelle has since done 2 of those locations been approved, and we have from a good source that he was taken off of the P&Z board because he was getting too many favors. He now has one of those properties listed for $1.9 million. We also learned from the United States Supreme Court, rezoning decisions are not always final. In fact, the United States Supreme Court has ruled that it can be overturned by a duly elected board, such as the Macon-Bibb County Board of Commissioners. That's you all. Y'all appointed these folks, and we really like to see y'all do your job and overturn the last 3 things you've done out there: the daycare center, the medical office, and the meat market, so-called citizens market.
1 minute.
None of those should have ever been approved. Every place that's been approved out there was in a subdivision where a house once was. So, we're just asking for y'all to take advantage of your opportunity to help the neighborhoods. Medical center or the hospital authority bought all that land out there, and we know where that's going. They paid about $10,000 an acre, and now they'll be able to sell that property for $300,000, $400,000 an acre, and add to their multi-million dollars they have in their coffers, and they don't pay taxes, so they'll just buy more property. I knew I wouldn't have enough time, so I've asked Janice to give each one of you a packet. So look that over and let me know. If you got any questions, get with me. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Hester. Thank you for being here tonight. That concludes our business for the night. I know, Commissioner Lucas, you haven't asked to say anything tonight, but I'm certainly sure you'd like to say something about the events that was held yesterday for Martin Luther King Day.
Thank you. On yesterday, as you know, we observed the national holiday in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. There were a number of activities that took place. One took place on Sunday, where we had young people who prepared and presented speeches in an oratorical contest, which was sponsored by our Parks and Recreation Department. They had received a grant from the Griffith Foundation to provide the prize money for that, and so we expect to have those 3 young people to present their speeches, hopefully, and the mayor to present their prize checks to them on our first meeting in February. The first prize was $750, second place was $500, and the third place was $250. And you will really be thrilled at what these young people have to say. Then on yesterday, we want to thank the administration for allowing us to move the 10 a.m. Martin Luther King event indoors. It was just icy cold outside. And I was so happy when we were able to move inside. But if you would kindly mosey on over to Macon-Bibb.us, our communications department worked with us, and you can find that entire program on Macon-Bibb.us. Is that right? On the Facebook page? On the Facebook page. And you will see our own Rachel Gamble, who performed Blowing in the Wind. Wonderful. And just a lot of wonderful speakers of all ages. And then, of course, the little kids performing. And the whole focus is, and I forgot the breakfast. There was a breakfast. The ML King Breakfast Committee has pulled their activity back together, and they had it outside. People drove up to the back parking lot at the Tubman Museum. They served breakfast. I think some Mercer students served the breakfast in the cars, and they had a program. Dr. Curtis Jones, superintendent of schools, was the speaker there. I'm sure his speech was short because they were outside too. But those were just some of the events that have taken place. We want to thank all who participated, but just keep in mind that there will be events planned every month of the year because Dr. King did not walk on this earth for 33 years and then lose his life for us to forget about what he stood for. And so we're going to do this and celebrate the good things that he stood for all year. So look to Macon-Bibb.us for a listing of all of the events by months. And we want to thank our commission staff for collecting all of those events and cataloging them and making sure that they're posted for citizens all year round. And if you have an event that you think is in keeping with the life and works of Dr. King, even though you think it might not be related, it probably is if it's about good trouble. So let us know what those events are, and we will include those. This is your Martin Luther King board that's working for you, but we want to include everybody. We want to thank Commissioner Howell, and we want to thank Mayor Pro Tem Seth Clark and the mayor, all for participating, and for Dr. Henry Ficklin, Community Affairs, for helping to put the program together here at City Hall. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Lucas, and thank you for that information. Commissioner Tillman?
Yes, just wanted to say thank you for that information as well. Just bring greetings from the city of Helen, Georgia. My family and I was blessed this past weekend to be up in North Georgia. We actually went looking for the snow and received more than what we bargained for. I mean, really. We put some videos and pictures up, and they asked me to share with y'all that their Christmas lights and their Christmas season will be up through March. So if y'all decide to go up and visit, it's one of the most beautiful places ever, and it'll be highlighted. And so we've shared some photos and information, and the snow really was amazing. So power went out. We didn't expect that for like 24 hours. Coldest time ever, as Commissioner Lucas said. And just want to share that. Y'all be blessed, and great meeting today.
Thank you, Commissioner Tillman. Anyone else have anything for the good of the order? All right, this meeting is hereby adjourned.